guys, thank you for watching my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Venus in the first house. So what is Venus? Venus is where in a chart we look for pleasure, for contentment, for happiness. It's how we give affection and how we would like to receive it. It's how we act socially, and it's also how we appreciate and want to be appreciated. The first house is our body. It is our personality. It is what others see when they first meet us. It is how we go out and take action within the world around us. So with Venus in the first house, you are someone physically who could be very just physically attractive and pleasing to look at to the eye. This could be either through your dress, your taste and your clothes, your hair, your makeup, or it could be your physical body or both. Your features, whether you are male or female, could tend to be more on the softer, more on the feminine side. Personality-wise, you are someone who is extremely diplomatic in the way that you approach the world. You love to create and maintain peace and harmony within your relationships. You are very cooperative and willing to compromise with those in your life or those who you are around. You want to fit in and be liked and be popular. That is very important with this placement. You want to know what you have in common with others, and that's how you approach social situations. It's like, what do we have in common? It's not about our differences. It's finding common pleasures or common things that could bring you together in a way. Aesthetics, good manners, as well as a natural ability for fine tastes or pleasures is something that is very important to you. Your clothes need to feel right. This is a placement where you're not just gonna throw on your clothes and just be like, let's go. That's me. I'm just like, okay, what's not dirty? Let me just wear that. That's not you. This is not a Venus in the first house thing. You want to look right, and you maybe put a little extra time and effort into your appearance. You may be highly aware and concerned with money, as well as values within your life and what those mean to you. You can easily make others feel loved or like and attract people to you. You have the urge to meet others with sensitivity, refinement, as well as goodwill. Your birth story and early childhood, you may have been known as the good child within the family, someone who was very well behaved and helpful as a child. You also didn't want to feel like a burden in some way. So in order to receive love and to gain attention, this is something that you learned right away, where you needed to be on your best behavior at all times. You didn't want that rejection from acting out or behaving in a way that may not have been appropriate. With the dark side of this placement, when you're not working in higher awareness, this is where you can be overly focused on the external, on the physical body, on the superficial things, on the material things, on what you're wearing, it's more like, here's me, here's my special brand, kind of replacing your more inner, deeper qualities with things of a superficial nature, of an aesthetic nature, and just putting too much emphasis on that. You could also be someone who struggles with losing themselves within relationships, where you're pleasing so much and you're so worried about the relationship that, in a sense, you lose your own identity by pleasing others, by trying to keep the harmony and the peace. Sometimes that can backfire with this placement. When you don't first love yourself, you could be someone who learns how to manipulate others in order for them to behave or do what you would like. You could also try to get as much flattery and attention as possible as a means to prove your own value and worth. You could use seduction for your own benefit with this placement. You may sit and wait for things to come to you instead of going out and getting them with Venus here, because Venus can sometimes, if it's afflicted, tend to make us a little bit more lazy and not as active in going out and doing the work. The goal with this placement is in learning to find balance within your life and your relationship. Finding others that truly complement your true love nature. And this is where it needs to be a balance on a deeper level. I'm just going to use an example, like a sun-moon balance, where it's like you understand that person's way of being kind of connection, not as in they dress exactly how I've always imagined my perfect person dressing. No, it needs to be like complement on a deeper level. You need to learn to love yourself first. This is so important with this placement. If you first appreciate your own worth, then you are able to appreciate the worth of others within your life. And you're also able to view them more clearly, not based on ideals or aesthetics. When you really love yourself, not just based on your looks, but on your inner person, this is where you can succeed in finding that relationship that is more truly compatible, that is actually good for you in a healthy, balanced way. Jointly sharing the steering wheel within your personal relationships. This is where you need to find a partner that meets you halfway and you both learn how to be an interdependent unit, where you both bring something to the table and you both share the roles and the responsibilities within the relationship equally. This is also, and lastly, the placement where life should be met with open arms. This is a placement of just beauty and loving that. And there's nothing wrong with celebrating that, but just like any placement, this is where we need to find a balance in order to see it manifest in the highest form. That is my interpretation of Venus in the first house. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wanted to, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know what your experience is with this placement. And I hope to see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.